back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, press that subscribe button, and now let's get it. We got another chance to get it right in the world of cryptocurrency. We got another chance to get it right in the world of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is doing its thing, holding strong, which is what we want to see. Ethereum is not too far behind it, holding strong as well. Altcoins. Today we will be talking about altcoins. Which altcoins are you guys buying? I'll let you guys know which altcoins that I like. We need to talk about altcoins today. There is some things happening with cryptocurrency, with Bitcoin, especially some of the altcoins that we in. We need to focus on altcoins in particular right now. We've already seen Bitcoin do its thing in phase one. Phase two seems to be happening right now. But most importantly, if you take a look at altcoins, altcoins are having some issues that we need to discuss today. So if you take a look at what's going on right now, the Bitcoin dominance is 65.1%. Bitcoin is still strong. As you see, the Bitcoin dominance holds strong like that. That means that your altcoins are getting beat down. Let me go ahead and do the YouTube disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any cryptocurrency. Got to get that out the way because YouTube be all up on my helmet when it comes to talking about cryptocurrency. But Bitcoin right now, $107,134. That's not bad. That's actually an excellent price position for Bitcoin. I love to see it. Very close to $108,000, which we saw yesterday. Ethereum right now, $2,427. Excellent level for Ethereum, but there are some things that we need to talk about with these altcoins. You guys really need to get prepared because we've already pretty much got through 6 months of 2025. Things are happening faster than we think. Even though some of our portfolios may look a little suspect, things are happening in the background that we really need to be paying attention to. We really need to be focused on, and most importantly, we really need to be getting prepared for it. So, Ethereum dominance back at 9.0%. Earlier today, I saw the Ethereum dominance below 9%. Don't like to see that. Fear and greed index is at 49. We're back in the neutral range. We've been in the neutral range for about a week, maybe, since we did see that dip from the Iran missile strikes when the fear and greed index started to dip down low to the low 40s. Let's see who we got rocking with us today. Who we got rocking with us on the Thursday night live stock holiday show? Ferry's Ranch. What is going on? It's good to see you locked in with the Thursday night live stock holiday show. Thunder up. I don't know if that means Oklahoma City Thunders. Those guys won the NBA championship. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunders. Nobody expected them. Nobody expected the Indiana Pacers, but shouts out to OKC. Crypto Shark, what's going on, my man? How you doing tonight? Talk to me, man. I'll talk back. My man Crypto Shark say, my coach, I'm tired of this pump and dump. Bitcoin dominance is not going down. That is why we are here tonight. I want to really talk about the Bitcoin dominance and the strength of the Bitcoin dominance and why it is holding strong for such a very long time. That needs to be talked about. That needs to be addressed. That is one of the community concerns right now. We see our portfolio. We seem to have been doing the right thing. When we saw the dips, we were dollar cost averaging in, but you starting to look back now and say, damn, well, should I have been dollar cost averaging in? Should I have just been buying into Bitcoin? These are some of the things that we will talk about and discuss tonight. I feel you, Crypto Shark, man. I think everybody is feeling a similar sentiment to what you just described, but this is just something that we have to ride out. Another wave, another twist, another turn. Welcome to the wacky world of cryptocurrency. Just when you think you know a little bit, the cryptocurrency market will show you that you don't know too much at all. So we just got to hold on, continue to keep our seatbelts on, continue to keep our helmets on because there's going to be some bumps along the road. We've already had several bumps, several bruises, but keep your helmet on so you don't get permanent injuries. Keep your seatbelts on so you don't get tossed out of the vehicle. Some folks were riding around earlier, didn't have seatbelts on. Now they are no longer in cryptocurrency. They sold out when Bitcoin was $78,000. They are no longer around. They sold their XRP at $1.80. They are no longer around. So, good thing for you and I. We both kept our seatbelts on. We still are got skin in the game in crypto. We still standing on the 4 year cycle, and we are still expecting to make a nice return from our investments. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Original Flavor, what's going on with you this evening? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Original Flavor say, what's up, Holiday? Just got second ledger in the mail yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. Original Flavor is getting ready. You want to be ready. You want to make sure that you have your cold storage wallets. You want to make sure that you have your positions ready because I'm going to tell you like this. Once these altcoins really start to spike, you're going to feel like you didn't buy enough. You're going to be saying, damn, I should have bought more when it was 5 cents. I should have bought more of this other coin when it was $2. Now it's $5. So you need to make sure that you're ready. You need to make sure that you have your positions situated, have your bags packed, because once these coins really start to explode, those are some of the regrets and some of the things that you will hear people saying. What, you mean to tell me Solana was $125 just a few weeks ago, a few months ago? Yes. So let's see who else we got rocking with us tonight. Wise Mind, what is going on with you, my man? Good to see you locked and loaded on the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Um, Risk with a K. Risk with a K. What's going on? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live. Chris with a K. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Oklahoma City Thunder is in the house. They did their thing, got their championship. I think this is the first time that they won a National Basketball Association championship title. Kevin Durant couldn't do it. Russell Westbrook couldn't do it. James Harden couldn't do it. Look who had to go in there and do it. A lot of the youngsters, SGA and the whole crew, shouts out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. See who else we got rocking. The Natural Family, welcome. What's going on with you tonight? How is everything going with you and your portfolio? Looking at my portfolio, a little suspect. It was a little got beat down a little bit today, but I'm going to talk about some of the things that I am seeing also, and try to put a little bit of a different perspective on where we are in this cycle. Natural Family say, how much do you think ADA will be this year? We could talk about that. I'll give you my Cardano price prediction. Wise Mind say, stock, I learned to stomach the volatility a long time ago. I'm on all house money. All my initial entries I took. That's key in handling this market. Shouts out to Wise Mind. That is how you do it. That is how you rest well at night. When the market's pumping, when we're having these great pumps, we get into greed, extreme greed. That is an awesome way to proceed. Take your initial investments out. Now you worried about and all you have invested is the house money. So you're not worried about taking L's. You will not be losing anything. You plan with the house money and you can still do a 5, 10, 15, 20x by using the house money. So shouts out to the brother Wise Mind. He got it figured out. That is the excellent way to navigate. Chris with the K say spell will give them hell. Man, spell token could be one of those coins. When that coin wake up, a lot of folks gonna talk about how they counted it out. A lot of folks will talk about how spell token just slept and acted like a stable coin for such a long time. Then out of nowhere, spell token just might spike and really turn into a um, moon play. Fairies Ranch say, got some more Cookie and B3 today. I've been hearing a lot about Cookie and B3. That's one of the base plays. A lot of folks like that play too. Crypto Shark, I appreciate you supporting the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday channel. Crypto Shark say, thanks for everything you do and keeping us positive. Shouts out to Crypto Shark, man. I appreciate you showing support to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday show. I appreciate the gratuity and I appreciate your kindness. Shouts out to brother Crypto Shark. So if you take a look at the market, we all know that the Bitcoin dominance is very strong. Bitcoin dominance is 65%. That is too strong for comfort. Nevertheless, nothing we can do about that. As the Bitcoin dominance sits at a 65% dominant strength, then we already know that our altcoins are very weak. Take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is not the strongest right now, although it is stronger than what it was a couple of months ago when we saw it at $1,400. Now Ethereum is just below $2,500, trying to strengthen up, trying to recover. But the altcoins, everybody has been focusing on altcoins. Everybody has been having questions about altcoin and when altcoin season is going to start. Well, Bitcoin dominance right now is taking over. The Bitcoin dominance right now is still at 65, so it's not letting up. So the fact that the Bitcoin dominance is not letting up, you cannot be surprised that your altcoins are not performing well right now. You take a look at today's charts. Bitcoin is looking solid and strong, but look at your altcoins. Your altcoins are looking like poo poo. Look at Peanut. Peanut's down 5%. Zbet Network down 10%. Pudgy Penguin's down 8%. Mob Coin down 10%. I'm talking about coins are red. Coins are getting beat down. Coins are looking like not going to be an altcoin season. Looking like there's no hope. Helium Network down 6%. I'm talking about coins that we know, coins that we've been dollar cost averaging in, buying the dips. These coins are beat down. XCN down 5%. XCN just cannot seem to get any grip. You know, we saw great pumps with XCN early in the year, but since then XCN has been very quiet. Haven't really been doing anything like our expectation has been for XCN. But do not panic. Do not freak out. Don't be surprised because this is what is supposed to happen. Unfortunately, this is how cryptocurrency runs. The Bitcoin dominance gets stretched out, then your altcoins will get stretched out as far as the length of time that it will be not pumping. You know, yeah, we want to see altcoins pumping. We want to see our portfolio pump because most of our portfolios are altcoin heavy. People are not really, especially small retail investors like you and I. We really don't have a heavy portion of our portfolio into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of the best performing cryptocurrencies right now. But what have we been doing? We've been buying up the volatile altcoins. Why? Because these are the coins that can really change our lives financially. Bitcoin can change your life financially, but it's going to be over a long period of time. By the time you do a 10x, 20x, or something like that with Bitcoin, we are trying to get it right now. And the way that we get it right now is to get into these altcoins. These altcoins are the ones that do the larger multipliers. You take a look at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is $107,000. In order for Bitcoin to double right now, Bitcoin would have to get to $214,000. Do you think Bitcoin would get to $214,000 by the end of this cycle? Is your question. That's a 2x. Do you think you have a better chance in doing a 2x in Ethereum this cycle? Ethereum $2,400. Do you think we could see a $4,800 Ethereum before we see a $214,000 Bitcoin? That is how we're looking at it as retail investors. We're looking at some of the more smaller cryptocurrency coins that have smaller market caps that can do greater multipliers than what Bitcoin can do. But in the meantime, our portfolios is getting squeezed out because we are in the most volatile cryptocurrency coins. Bitcoin is the least volatile. That's why Bitcoin has been um, one of the best cryptocurrency investments over the past over the past years. Bitcoin have been outperforming a lot of the altcoins. Some of the altcoins we saw pump, and then you see them come right back down. Bitcoin is one of the only cryptocurrency coins you see pump, and it's staying up there. A lot of other coins, yeah, we did great multipliers, but those doggone jokers came right back down. We seen Turbo get to a penny and a half. You take a look at Turbo today, it came down very low. Bitcoin, we saw get to $80,000. What did it do? It kept going up. Got to $90,000. What did it do? It kept going up. This is how we want to see our altcoins do. We want to see Turbo get to a penny and a half. And then we want to say, yep, Turbo kept going up. That is what we're waiting on. We have yet to see that transpire in a long period of time. We've seen it a couple of weeks, 2, 3 weeks, things like that, but we need a 2 month, 3 month window stretch to where we're seeing altcoins continuing to go up like we are currently seeing Bitcoin going up. So understand the magnitude of the compare and contrast of altcoins versus Bitcoin. Understand why Bitcoin is so strong and so solid and stable right now, as well as you should understand why your altcoins are so volatile and so um, flaky right now, as far as not being, not pumping and not making the great gains yet. I'm not saying that it's not going to, but it's just not happening yet. Let's see who else we got rocking with us tonight on the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Crypto Mystic, what is going on with you? Crypto Mystic say, I'm here. I'm locked in on the Thursday Night Live Show. I'm hanging out with the cryptocurrency community, with my brothers, with my sisters. We holding hands as we navigate through this tumultuous cryptocurrency bull market. This is one of the toughest bull markets that man have ever seen. It's only been four, but this one right here is one to document. This one is unexpected, caught everybody by surprise. Nevertheless, we are going to grab the bull by its horns and try to control it, tame it, and stabilize it so we can get a great position and ride this thing all the way to the top. Chris with a K say, Dominic, stay up, enjoying the clearance rack. Hey, that's one way to take a look at it, especially if you do not have your bags packed. You should be enjoying these times. You should be like a kid in the candy store. Bitcoin dominant strong, that means your altcoins are very low. That means discounts are on the table. Wise Mind, what's going on? He said, Wise Mind say, please smash the like button for Stock Holiday. Y'all know we got 3 rules over here at the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. When you walk into the room, first thing you do, take your shoes off. Next thing, you get comfortable, and after that, press that doggone like button. Hit the like button so we could continue, so we could keep it rocking and keep it rolling. Let's go back and talk about these altcoins. I have been biting down, chewing, analyzing all of these altcoins, the entire altcoin market, what's going on, why things are happening, and I'm taking a look at the daily chart. I showed you all the red that was happening today with the altcoins, even though Bitcoin is stable, even though Bitcoin is holding strong. Bitcoin is not showing red like these altcoins are, but these altcoins are bleeding out. Just when we think we get a little bit of a sting, then boom, we get another slice, we get another cut. Man, my finger bleeding again, my altcoins bleeding again, my portfolio bleeding again. Where the band-aids at? If you take a look at the weekly chart, you take a look at the weekly chart, you still see a lot of red. So over this past week, ZBet Network's down 15%. Pendle is down 15%. Compound down 12%. I mean, these coins are beat down. This has been a rough week, and nobody's talking about it. Helium Network down 15% over the week. Peanut is down 12% over the week. This week have not been an easy week. Now, if you zoom out, you take a look over the month. Over the month, we are even more red. Over the month, Helium Network is down 42%. Over the month, Super is down 27%. These coins are big. AIOZ Network is down 30% over the month. Barachain is down 43% over the month. I'm trying to tell you. This is not a good sight to see, but it is going to make sense. Bing, a lot of people like Bing. Bing is down 35%. These Brettcoin down 42%. A lot of folks love Brettcoin. Mantra, we know OM Mantra had that little rug pull situation. It's down 50% over the past month. The coin that I love, that I like, but I'm not married to, is TurboCoin. TurboCoin is down 36% over the past month. Not a good look when we're looking at these crypto bubbles and we're looking at the month tab. PopCat down 45%. These coins are beat down. The cryptocurrency market is beat down. Yes, we're seeing great production out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one of the only bright, shining spots that we can write home about. All of the other altcoins have been letting us down, underperforming. Bitcoin is the one that have all the news, all the partnerships. The governments are talking about Bitcoin all over the world. Nobody's really talking about these altcoins. I do hear a few partnerships here and there with the altcoins, but Bitcoin is the king, as we know, and that's the coin that everybody is talking about. Why are nobody talking about the altcoins? We're still in phase one. The news is going to talk about what's hot. What's hot right now? Bitcoin, $107,300. Bitcoin is the big dog. Bitcoin is the leader of the cryptocurrency market. So Bitcoin is holding strong while all the other altcoins are bleeding. Bitcoin dominance, 65%. Nobody expected the Bitcoin dominance to be 65% coming into July 2025. That was not expected. So a lot of things that we had sketched out, that we had planned, the cheese have moved. Things have not matched up like we had anticipated. But nevertheless, we know we're still in the 4-year cycle. Just because we didn't get it right to a T, don't mean that we have failed. When you go and take that test when you was in school, just because you didn't get every answer right, don't mean that you didn't pass the test. There was 20 questions. You got 15 of them right. You didn't get them all right, but you got 15 out of 20. Guess what the professor's gonna do? You are gonna pass. We're still gonna pass this cryptocurrency cycle, this 4-year cycle. We will still pass the class. We're gonna be victorious. We're still going to make great gains like we have set out for the past few years. Some of you guys are brand new. For the past few months, we've been dollar cost averaging all year. We've seen a lot of dips in 2025. We started out January, was excellent. February 1st, we woke up to a bloodbath. That was the first bloodbath for 2025. You talking about jaw dropping, breathtaking? When February 1st hit, I'll never forget it because everybody was expecting February to continue the bullish push that we saw in January when Bitcoin hit the high of $109,000. Boy, we woke up to that bloodbath. Oh, that was tough. So that was the start. Then going through March and April, the tariffs and all that stuff, it's been a rough year. We didn't expect 2025 to be such a rough year. After 2024, we like, okay, we are kind of in the clear. We know there's always going to be dips and corrections along the way, but we didn't expect these type of dips. We didn't expect these type of black swan events, if you call them black swan events. That tariffs was definitely a black swan event. We saw the stock market take a very nasty dip, once in a lifetime type dip, which have rebounded and corrected since then. What did we see Bitcoin do? Bitcoin did the same thing. Bitcoin got down to $74,000. Now take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is $107,000 right now. So understand that there's going to be dips, but there's going to be corrections, and we will recover and pull out of those corrections. So continue taking a look at the charts. So over the past week, red. Over the past month, red. You take a look over the past year. Over the past year, a lot of our coins are red also. So this has been one tough ride. XCN is up about a 9x over the past year. ZBet Network is up a couple of multipliers, but not a lot of coins have made great multipliers over the past year. So this is just something that we all need to really keep in perspective. So in saying this, we understand that once these coins produce red, typically after you see a period of red, after you see a period of decline and dips in the various coins, you will see the market start to change, start to switch. Just like over the past month, we see some coins down 40%, 30%. Things are going to change, and these coins you are going to see going to be up 40%, going to be up 150%. This is what happens every 4 years. Every cycle, we see this same type of positions, these same type of movements, just happening at different periods of the time. Last cycle, 2020, 2021, it was happening in 2020. 2021, we had great pumps. We saw the pump $65,000 in May. Then we saw the corrections during the summertime, July, August, and then we saw the market rebound back October, November, and December, and we topped out at $69,000 during the last cycle. So this cycle, similar things are going to happen. It's just going to occur in different spurts and different periods from how it transpired last cycle. It's not going to line up exactly, but nevertheless, it is going to line up within that 4 year frame. 4 year frame may be extended. Who knows? We may get extended out to January, February, March of 2026. And then at the same time, we can see the top at October, November once again. They say typically 180 days after the Bitcoin halving. We could see great pumps. We could see a altcoin season really start to transpire, and we could see things really go to great levels. Because just when folks start to count the market out, a lot of the fear coming to the market, everybody's saying it's over. That's when things get to twisting, get to turning, and things start to form. The 4 phases of Bitcoin, of crypto, is to have changed. Phase 1 lasted longer this cycle than it did last cycle. Who knows how long phase 2 will last? We're in phase 2 right now. We need to see more of Ethereum. We need to see the Ethereum dominance start to increase. That's what I'm saying. This cycle could be lengthened. Bitcoin dominance lasted for such a long time that it's still very high. 65% dominance is very heavy, but we're in phase two. If we can get down to a 62% dominance, that'd be excellent. And that's crazy that we're begging for a 62% dominance in Bitcoin, but a 62% dominance will make a major move structurally for the cryptocurrency market. Ethereum needs to really start to pump because that'll really give us that comfort that phase two is official. And then once we get the confirmation and the comfort that phase two is official, that we are going through phase two, that's going to allow us to breathe. That's going to allow us to be cool and relax and continue to trust the rest of the process. What is the rest of the process? Phase three and phase four. But we need to see the confirmation that phase two is happening, that phase two is going down. So there's still some things that we need to see, that we need to transpire before we can really get some comfort underneath us. Because looking at these altcoins, it is not comfortable. Looking at my portfolio is not comfortable, especially when I'm opening up my E-Trade portfolio, my Robinhood portfolio, and I'm seeing my stocks explode. I'm seeing my stock portfolio um, doing excellent, and my crypto portfolios are underperforming. I'm like, that's why it's important to be diversified. I got investments in cryptocurrency, stocks, few other things, but I'm still banking on crypto to outperform all of them. We know crypto very volatile. It can happen real fast. My finger is on the trigger. I'm getting ready. I'm getting prepared. But we've been going through some tumultuous times with altcoin in particular. Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin has been doing good. Bitcoin has been going up. It dipped back down, it make higher highs. Our altcoins have not been making higher highs. You take a look at our altcoins, some of our altcoins at their all-time lows. I'm like, what? So that's why some folks are saying maybe we won't see an altcoin season. If you're saying that, that means you don't trust the 4-year cycle. This is a different cycle. This is a different situation that we're going through this time. Last cycle, it was a lot easier. It was a lot smoother. That's because the market was not as advanced as it is now. Crypto was not as popular as it is now. A lot of people know about crypto. A lot of people are invested in crypto now than last cycle. Each cycle, the popularity of cryptocurrency increases. Now we are seeing mass adoption with blockchain. So the whole entire spectrum for cryptocurrency has changed. Let's see who we got rocking with us tonight. Who we got rocking with us on the Thursday night live stock holiday show? Bugatti, what's going on with you, boy? Bugatti say, yo, stock, what it do, man? What's your thoughts on access protocol? I'm gonna take a look at that, man. We're gonna check access protocol out. I'm gonna check ADA out. Let me write those two down so I can make sure I go to those. Access protocol. Never heard of that. You say, yo, stock, what part of Cali you from? I'm in Bakersfield. Okay, Bakersfield. I've been in Bakersfield. Have I heard of it? Come on, man. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. Heck yeah, I heard of Bakersfield. Rishi John, what's going on with you, my man? Shouts out to my boy Rishi John. Rishi John is a DGen fella. He loves all the DGen plays. He's been making a lot of money with these DGen plays, getting in and getting out, keeping his finger on the trigger. Shouts out to Rishi John. I be with the GOAT. What is going on with you, young man? He say, what up? Can you take a look at Blaze? Is anybody else on Blaze? Let me know if anybody else in here is on Blaze. I've never heard of Blaze, but every Thursday night you guys introduce me and put me up on these coins that I've never heard of. He said it's up so much. Well, if it's already up a whole bunch, Might be too late. Chris with a K say XCN for the win. Yeah, XCN has been one of my best performers this cycle. Made a lot of money with XCN. James Vincent, what's going on with you, young man? It's good to see you hanging out with us on the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. James Vincent say, what up? At work listening. I'm just waiting for October to December and cash out. Have one meme coin. Bonk, you think it can lose a zero? For sure. For sure. I'm very bullish on Bonk. Matter of fact, I was just dollar cost averaging on Bonk earlier today. Bonk, I think Bonk is at a very, very, very good price right now. Bonk is another coin that's over there on the Robinhood platform. I think Bonk is going to do well. It's kind of remind me of last cycle. Last cycle when similar doing this similar period of time. Last cycle we saw. I remember Robinhood in particular. Robinhood. Dogecoin. Dogecoin was on Robinhood. I was looking at in and out of Dogecoin. I was buying it, selling it. When it pump up, I would buy. I was buying at the top, and when it get down low, I was selling it because I thought it was gonna keep going down low. I was just getting wrecked because I didn't know. But after months of sitting on Robinhood, these coins just started exploding. They started exploding so much to where I started kicking myself, saying, "Damn, I wish I wouldn't have sold my coins so low." So a lot of these coins that was introduced on Robinhood have not even seen its quote unquote Robinhood pump yet. We are in a great space right now. It's only a matter of time before we see that Robinhood pump. Only a matter of time before we see that Coinbase pump when folks start uploading their Coinbase wallet, all that good stuff. That is a real thing. It happens every cycle. So there's still a few things that we are looking for, that we're expecting. So patience is what I am putting out there, is what I'm using. Dollar cost averaging, it don't feel right because I've been dollar cost averaging all year. My portfolio is still down, and you want me to keep on dollar cost averaging? That's what I'm doing as the CEO of my own portfolio. All I'm doing is talking about what I'm talking about. You, as the CEO of your own portfolio, you do what's best for you. Everybody's risk tolerance is not the same. Everybody moves are not going to be the same. Some folks say they're buying Blaze. Some folks are buying Access Protocol. Some folks are buying Cardano. Some folks are buying Bitcoin. Everybody is different. Let's see who we got rocking and rolling with us. Craig Beach, what's going on, young man? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Miss B winning say we are going parabolic. Shouts out to Miss B winning. That's what I need. I need to hear Miss B winning talk about going parabolic. That really touches my soul. Every time I see Miss B winning, say parabolic, it does something to me. So shouts out to Miss B winning. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Gig Gaming TV say, what do you think about Teddy Bear? Man, y'all better be careful with these high risk plays. Be careful. You want to make sure that you got your portfolio filled out. Now, if you got your portfolio filled out and you want to play around with some high risk plays like Teddy Bear or teach me how to Dougie coin, do that. But most importantly, make sure that you are putting and getting your portfolio positioned with some of these solid coins. Civil Shaman, I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you showing support to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Shouts out to Civil Shaman. Civil Shaman say our alts aren't not going to move until that man Jerome Powell cut them rates. With the name Jerome, he's deaf on CPT with cutting rates. I'm thinking July. Yeah, I mean that's going to happen. That is going to happen. There was a news article that I was reading. Once again, I appreciate the super chat, man. I appreciate you sending the gratuity, showing your kindness, appreciation. But there was an article I was reading about interest rates and how they were really expecting interest rates to be cut a few times, even extended through 2026. So we understand that the M2 money supply is stable to going up. Once that happens, typically Bitcoin cryptocurrency follows the M2 money supply. So patience is all I can say. Some folks don't don't have the patience. It's hard to be patient. It's hard to be patient when you want something right now, especially when you've been expecting it to happen at a particular time, and you say, "Oh, wait a minute, I thought it was supposed to happen in quarter one. I thought it was supposed to happen in quarter two." Oh, you keep saying patience. You know what? I don't think it's gonna happen. Let me just go ahead and exit. Let me close out my app. Let me cash out because y'all keep saying patience. I don't think it's gonna happen. Even though the cycle is not over, some folks are tapping out. What if OKC had tapped out before the end of the fourth quarter? What if they had gave up in the second quarter? Say, you know what? We're not shooting well. Our three pointers are not going down. Let us tap out. You're gonna leave everything on the table. You're gonna leave the whole trophy right there. The possibility to make exponential gains. You have to be careful by not exemplifying enough patience. One false move, which is lack of patience, whew, can cause a heartache, can cause regrets. I do not want to be living with regrets saying I was in Solana at $125. Now Solana is $800. I was in Turbo at 0.001. Now Turbo is 5 cents. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game. That'll be hard to swallow. Looking at your portfolio right now, and then you see altcoin season arrive, and you sold everything. Ah, that's tough. And you looking at your portfolio, knowing you have $5,000 in your portfolio, you may have had $10,000 in your portfolio, and you said, "Oh man, I could have been sitting on 15,000, 85,000." You do not want to be living with those regrets. That's why I am continuing to stand on the 4 year cycle and just being patient. Gonna ride this joker all the way out. We gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, like we say out here in California. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Moto J81, what is going on with you, young man? Good to see you hanging out with us on the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. Craig Beach say, Coach is from Crenshaw Mafia. Craig Beach, you a fool, boy. Levon Lawrence say, what's good? Stock, not too much, man, just kicking back. Sometimes you just gotta kick back. The market is out of my control. I was dollar cost averaging into a few coins. I did add a little bit of bunk earlier today. A lot of coins are beat down. I just looked at the crypto bubbles. These coins are beat down. If you look at the month, ZBet Network down 24%. Peanut is down 40%, and that coin is over there on Robinhood. I was buying a little bit of that today on Robinhood. PopCat down 43%. And that coin is on Robinhood. There's a lot of sales, a lot of discounts right now. A lot of Helium Network down 42%. Turbo Coin down 35%. Everybody was going crazy, loving Turbo Coin. Turbo Coin is down 35%. If you was loving it when it was a penny and a half, you better pay attention to these coins. Craig Beach say he ain't from Bakersfield. Y'all crazy. Moto J81 say thoughts on stupid coins. Just that name right there. But Fart Coin, I thought Fart Coin was a weird and crazy name, and Fart Coin made a lot of money. The Shy One, I appreciate the super chat, man. I appreciate you supporting the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. I appreciate you showing gratuity. Like I said, if you find something you like, you show a little bit of gratuity out of love, and I appreciate the love you guys continue to show the Stock Holiday Show. Shouts out to the Shy One. civil statement saying that's why it's born, but sound advice to keep your portfolio Bitcoin heavy for sure. Well, Bitcoin is like an anchor. Bitcoin is like an anchor. So when the volatility come, when the waves get real wild and get real heavy, you got that anchor, which is Bitcoin. Look what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin going up, it go down, and it make higher highs. That is called stability. You always need the anchor, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the big dog. Bitcoin is the coin that's going to be around forever. When all these other altcoins disappear, like they do every 4 years, these altcoins, a lot of them go away. There's going to be a new top 100 next year. A few months from now, the top 100 always gets mixed up, shuffled up. So definitely important to stay, have some skin in the game in Bitcoin. I got two Bitcoins. I got one for myself. I got one for my grandson that I'm not gonna touch. But my Bitcoin, I moved around. I took half of it out and I placed it in some of these altcoins because I'm expecting altcoins to explode. Some folks say, "Oh, you shouldn't touch your Bitcoin." Ah, come on, man. I still got one I'm keeping to the side. I got a half of one, but I took the other half and I distributed amongst several altcoins because I think these altcoins can double and triple before Bitcoin get to $200,000. That is what I am banking on. So let's see who else rocking and rolling with us. I be with the goat say Blaze was 600,000 market cap yesterday, and today is 3.5 million. Damn, 1.2 million in volume today. That is crazy. 1. Damn, what did it do? A 6x? Wow, it did a 6x in one day. That is huge. Teach me how to. Hey, we might need to make that. Teach me how to Dougie coin. That might need to be the stock holiday cryptocurrency community coin. We might need to make a crypto coin. Teach me how to Dougie coin. Levon Lawrence said, bought the dip on Sunday, added to my XRP bag when it dipped to 195. Shouts out to Brother Lawrence. Excellent move. XRP is going to do well this cycle. Only so long they are going to be able to suppress XRP. Pro Cryptocurrency Administration, Brad Garlinghouse is right there in the White House rubbing elbows. It is only a matter of time before XRP, the good news from XRP gets announced, and then boom, XRP is going to multiply. Great gains. It's going to double overnight. As soon as the good news gets released about XRP, maybe we're waiting on the rules and regulations, waiting on brother, what's the crypto czar name? David Sachs, waiting on brother Sachs to come and give us the good news about XRP. Tell us what you got, what y'all been working on. Tell us that you have set XRP free. Once that happens, XRP is going to go from $2 to $4 in 48 hours. Mark my word. Levon Lawrence said, about the, okay, $1.95 is an excellent position for XRP. Roman Florin, what is going on with you? He say, I have 5K. What coins you recommend at this date, coach? Well, one of the coins that I do like is Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to perform well. Ethereum is the top layer one coin. We are currently going through phase two, which is when Ethereum really outperforms their entire market. So it's only a matter of time before we see Ethereum multiply 2x, 3x, go from $2,400 to $5,000, $6,000. The previous all-time high last cycle for Ethereum was $4,800. Once it get back to that level and get into discovery zone of all-time high, there's no longer going to be a ceiling for Ethereum. Ethereum is going to run and run and run. I like Ethereum, but you can split it up. You can put some in Ethereum, and then you could take 2,000 and place it into some of these other altcoins that we have been talking about. I don't know if you're over there in the Patreon, but we are constantly talking about altcoins over there. So shouts out to Roman Florin, um, ready to take that 5K and multiply it. Maybe he'll do a 5X. Turn that 5K and turn it into 25K. Maybe he'll do a 3X, 5K into 15K. That is a whole lot more than that 5K would be worth and making just by sitting up under the bed. Just by sitting in the bank, it would not go from $5,000 to $15,000 that fast. So shouts out to Roman Florin for understanding the assignment. Gig Gaming TV say Teddy Bears up 51% for the week. Dang. Bulldog Lips say you have spirits. I do still got spirits. Lakeisha Moore, what is going on with you, young lady? She said, good day, Mr. Holiday. I bought Spell token, about 40,000 tokens. Bought Link at $23. I'm down a lot. Buying more now. Link at $12. Outstanding. I hold 180 tokens in Link and hold 16,000 tokens in Cardano. Chainlink is an awesome coin. Cardano is an awesome coin. Spell token is that coin that we are hoping that that coin can really surprise and shock the market. Spell token got a lot of room to really make great multipliers if it can ever get out of its own way. But we understand that phase 4 is going to be where all of these small cap coins really step up and really do well as far as for us being patient. We will be rewarded in phase 4. So those are some great plays. Dollar cost averaging in has always been the right thing to do, especially when we are going through these low points that we're experiencing right now. So shouts out to Lakeisha Moore. Wiseman say, Coach, I'm still buying XRP every week. Soon as it make its next leg up, more people will be priced out, stock up while you can. Think smart. Yeah, I like XRP. I'm still holding my XRP position. Whenever I see it go below $2, I'm in it. You see, if I see whenever I see XRP go below $2, I'm eating it up. I'm eating it up. Flying Tiger, what's going on with you, my brother? Good to see you hanging out with us on the Thursday night live show. Kaylee X say, hey, Coach, are there any other YouTube influencers in this space that you follow? Yep, I follow, I think it's two guys that I follow. What's the dude's name? One of the guys, he's a real good technical analysis dude. Some of the stuff on his charts, he talk about the windows we should be looking at and all that kind of stuff. He's real good. He's been in the space for a couple of cycles. There's two that I watch. I was kind of browsing around watching some of the other ones, but some of the guys are just real clowns in my opinion. So there's two that I really like. I'll list those later once I get those guys' exact names. So that's an excellent question, Miss Kaylee, Mr. or Mrs. Kaylee X. But let's go ahead and take a look at that teddy bear coin. Let's see what's going on with teddy bear. Somebody said teddy bear was doing great pumps. Let's see what's going on with teddy bear. Okay, look like teddy bear is I guess teddy bear you can only buy it on a decentralized exchange, maybe. I don't see it. That's one of those high risk, high reward plays, and right now it is giving out high rewards. It is not listed on Coin Market Cap, so shouts out to everybody who is in teddy bear and who's making a boatload of money. Make sure you take profits when you're in these coins and you see these coins pump. It is very important and pertinent that you take profits, because when these coins come down, you do not want to be sitting there with egg on your face. Access protocol. Let's take a look at access protocol and see what is going on with access protocol. One of the young men asked about access protocol. Let's see what's going on with it. Access protocol today, just running flat. Currently the number 527th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world, and the price is 0.0011. Market cap is sitting at $47 million market cap. Look like this is sitting on the Solana contract. See what's going on with this particular play. Over the past month, it's down 20%. Over the past year, down 40%. Did have a great spike January 2025, like a lot of the other altcoins spiked. How long have this coin been out? This coin been out since 2023. Came out during the bear market. Let's take a look at the market cap. Okay, the market cap didn't get verified until August 2023. Got verified at 60 million. Now the market cap is 47 million. The all-time high market cap is $152 million, which was hit January 2025. So if it get back to the all-time high market cap from January, you're talking about a 3x that this coin can do. I don't really see too much wrong with it. The charts look decent. Look like, you can make a 3, 4, 5x with this coin, which is excellent. We're just looking for coins to where we can profit, where we can get into the green. This is a coin that can definitely possibly get into the green by doing a 3x, 4x, 5x, and it could run even past there. Let's see what platforms is supporting Access Protocol. It's on Coinbase, that's huge. It's on crypto.com, that's huge. So it is on 2 of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges. That's excellent. Brand new coin came out 2023. This coin have yet to taste a bull market or a altcoin season. I love these new coins that have yet to experience an altcoin season. So Access Protocol, I don't see anything wrong with it. That looks like a coin to where you can make some multipliers with. That's what we're all about. That's what we're doing here. If we can make a 2x, 3x, anything like that, that is all good. The main thing that we don't want to do is take no L's. We don't want to see no red. We don't want to take no L's. We want winners, winners, winners. But at the same time, we understand that all of our plays are not going to make it to the promised land. Everything is not going to be a success. Some of our coins are going to come up short. Some of our coins are not going to make it nowhere near what we expect and hope. So that's just the harsh reality of cryptocurrency. That's why it's so important to be diverse. If you diverse, you got about 10 coins, 2 or 3 of those coins might come up short, might not make it to the promised land. But all you need is a handful of coins to cross over and make it to the promised land, and you cool. Those coins will carry your entire portfolio. Let's see what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. IB with the GOAT, want your thoughts. Lakeisha Moore say, how do you think BCH can go? I love Bitcoin Cash. I like Bitcoin Cash. I started back buying Bitcoin Cash a few months ago. My Bitcoin Cash position is excellent. It's green. Making a lot of money in Bitcoin Cash. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. A lot of people overlook Bitcoin Cash. I remember when Bitcoin Cash was first introduced. Bitcoin Cash was a fork that was split from Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash was birthed and born through Bitcoin. So Bitcoin Cash do got the DNA of Bitcoin. So don't get it twisted when it comes to playing with BCH, Bitcoin Cash. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Currently right now, Bitcoin Cash is the number 12th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. Do not underestimate Bitcoin Cash. You never hear anybody talk about Bitcoin Cash, but Bitcoin Cash is a banger of a play. The market cap for Bitcoin Cash is $9.8 billion market cap. Number 12, it is creeping up. Nobody is talking about Bitcoin Cash. I might need to do a video on Bitcoin Cash just so I can bring it to the forefront, bring it to people's attention. Shout out to Miss Lakeisha Moore for bringing it to our attention tonight, for bringing it to your attention tonight. Bitcoin Cash currently $494 is the number 12th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. Let's see what this coin has been going through as of lately. Currently today, this coin is up 2%. I just talked about, and we talked about all the coins that was sitting in the red today. One of the only coins that's sitting in the green today is old BCH. Old Bitcoin Cash is standing tall through it all. Standing tall like an old statue. $494 up 2% today. If you look at the weekly chart, this coin is up 1% over the week. It dipped down to $440 a few days ago. Now we're back at $494. You take a look at the month. We also looked at the charts. We clicked the month. Over the month, we saw a lot of coins that was beat down. We went to the crypto bubble. Over the last month, Helium Network down 42%, Peanut down 40%, Turbo Coin down 35%, etc., etc. What is old Bitcoin Cash doing? While everybody else is slumping, while everybody else is bleeding out, old Bitcoin Cash is up 20%. Bitcoin Cash is up 20% over the past month. While nobody's talking about it, you take a look at Bitcoin Cash, this coin got down to $384 at the beginning of June. This coin is almost $500 right now. Making great moves. Taking its time. Knocking down rankings as it makes its way to the top 10 of the largest cryptocurrencies in the world. When you zoom out over the past year, back in December 2024, which we know was the spike, that was the top of quarter four, 2024. This coin got to $625. Got to $625, and we dipped down to $275 in April 2025. That was when the crash happened. That was when Bitcoin got to $74,000. Bitcoin Cash was sitting at $275. Currently, right now, Bitcoin Cash $495, almost doubled from that dip. That's why I continue to preach the importance of buying the dip. That's why I continue to preach the importance of taking advantage when the market is filled with fear. When the market is filled with fear, you need to be one of the people that's on the scene. When everybody is in their house being comfortable, when they looking outside, they need to see you. Why they out there in the street? Don't they know it's dangerous out there? When it's dangerous in the cryptocurrency market, I'm out there. You gonna see me. Why that boy Stock Holiday out there? Don't he know the market's crashing? Yeah, he do. Yeah, he do. But he out there. He out there getting it in because he know it's going to recover. He know Bitcoin Cash is going to go to $275 when everybody is saying that the market is going to tank, going to go to zero. And he know he's going to buy it low and he's going to recover and double his money. Now Bitcoin Cash is sitting at $495 as it continues to pull out of that massive crash that happened. You take a look at the all-time charts for this coin. Now this right here is going to knock your socks off. You take a look at the all-time charts. This coin came out in 2017. I mentioned how it was formed from Bitcoin. It was a fork. They call it back then. They call it a fork. It was split. So this coin has the DNA of Bitcoin. People don't really give it a lot of credit because nobody's talking about it. But when you go back and look at the history of Bitcoin Cash, how it was started, how it was formed, you would know that this coin is a monster. This coin came out 2017 after the Bitcoin fork at $223. We know January 2018 was the top of that particular market. Bitcoin Cash ran all the way up and got to, where did it get to? $3,000, $2,900. Bitcoin Cash got to almost $3,000. It went from 300 bucks in 2017 to $3,000. It did a 10x. Okay. Cycle after that, bear market came. Bitcoin Cash 2018 got to $81. This coin went from $3,000. The bear market came, it went to $81. That's why I say it is so important to buy these coins when there's so much fear. If you can get to the bear market and buy these coins when they're beat down, buy these coins when everybody say cryptocurrency is going to go to zero, that is the best time to buy. If you would have been able to buy Bitcoin Cash at 80 bucks, 85 bucks, whatever it got to, um, December 2018, you would be sitting nice right now. So this coin got to 81 bucks. 2020, we know the dip happened in March 2020. Bitcoin Cash was $200. Bitcoin Cash got to $200 during the COVID-19 crash of 2020. What happened the year after the Bitcoin happened? I'm glad you asked. What was the price of Bitcoin Cash in 2021? After it got to $200 in March 2020, the COVID-19 crash, Bitcoin Cash got all the way to $1,500. Went from $200 to $1,500. That's a 7x. That's a 7 or 8x. That's a great multiplier. What will Bitcoin Cash do right now? Well, we saw Bitcoin Cash 2023 got to $100. May 2023, Bitcoin Cash dipped as low as $100, and you can see Bitcoin Cash right now is almost $500. That's why it's so important to be patient. Buy these coins when they're low. These coins have run up, and they might come back down a little bit. When they come back down, you have enough patience to dollar cost average in. You have enough patience to hold these coins to where you think the top may be. So we know that Bitcoin Cash, based upon its history, based upon its pedigree, Bitcoin Cash can really do some outrageous things. Even if it get back to 1,500 bucks, that's a 3x. If it get back to $3,000, that's a 7x from where it's at right now, 6, 7x. So who knows where Bitcoin Cash can go? All it would take is a little bit of positive news, somebody talking about that they're partnering up with Bitcoin Cash or something like that. And man, you would be surprised at how this cryptocurrency coin can run when altcoin season is activated. So I appreciate you bringing that coin to our attention. If you don't have no skin in the game in Bitcoin Cash, that young man said he had 5K. Which coin should he be looking at? Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Wise Mind say, I see Teddy Bear. I kept hearing it was going to be a carpet rug pull though, so I didn't buy it. Make sure you take profits. DIA is the winner. Shouts out to Vince Cinnamon. What is going on with you, Vince? Stephanie Malik, what's going on with you, young lady? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live Stock Holiday Show. She say my alts is eating the dust. Sometimes I think I should just buy. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you get to that point in the market where people are saying that I should have just bought Bitcoin, that's when we know we are very close to altcoin season. Same thing happened last cycle. It happened with me. I was saying, damn, I should have just been in Bitcoin. So what was I doing? I was taking my money out of altcoins. I was putting it in Bitcoin because Bitcoin seemed to be the only coin that run. Then what happened? Bitcoin started to pretty much flatline. It was still strong. It wasn't dipping, but it was just stable. Once it stabilized, altcoins started to run. I said, damn. As soon as I moved my money out of these altcoins, now they started to run. So I took my money out of Bitcoin and I put them in the damn altcoins because the altcoins was running. So this is what I want to see. I want to see when folks start to say, damn, my altcoins ain't doing nothing. Maybe I should have just been in Bitcoin. That right there is a sign to me that we are very close. We are getting ready to see altcoins explode and do its thing. So shouts out to Miss Stephanie Mallet for being transparent and for sharing her emotions and her market sentiments because a lot of people are feeling that way. Bugatti, he said I'm from Crenshaw, bro. Can you believe that? Bugatti said, Coach, you got 1.5 Bitcoin, man. You buy me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on credit. I got you, man. I could front you a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, bro. I got you on that one. G Reg say, Coach, does FitFi have a post? Mm. Will it ever come alive and run strong this year? There's a lot of coins that in that same boat. Spell token, FitFi. Will it? Does it even have a post? Step at FitFi. Let's take a look at Step at FitFi. This coin have not had such a great performance. Market cap for this coin, $5.7 million. The price is 0.001. Let's see how did this coin perform quarter four of 2024. It was at 0.003. It didn't really get a huge spike in December 2024. See what's going on with this coin. Yeah, this coin. Let's see what happened in the baby altcoin season. It did get to a penny and a half during the baby altcoin season. So if you get back there, you're talking about a 10x. Let's take a look at the market cap for this coin. This market cap was not verified until January 2023. All-time high market cap looked like it's about $38-40 million market cap. Currently with $5 million market cap, so this coin can easily get back to $40 million market cap and give us an 8x. This coin could easily give us an 8x. This is a coin that's sitting on the Avalanche ecosystem. So we understand that Avalanche is a solid coin. Step at FitFi. I think the only platform that it is supported on is crypto.com. Coin that we've been waiting on, we thought would have been performing better than it has lately, or that it has so far. Currently, the market cap is $5.7 million market cap. Back in July 2023, the market cap was $5.5 million market cap. So if you take a look at it right now, this coin is pretty much at the bottom. In April 2025, a few months ago, the market cap got to 3.4 million. So the fact that it has already doubled or just about doubled since April, that's kind of a good sign. That's something to take away with it. Some little bit of positive to take away from it. Since April, which was that Liberation Day dip, this coin have almost doubled, 3 million to almost $6 million. So that's almost double. Who knows where this coin will be going next? Sometimes when these coins are laying flat, when everybody's calling them out, they come out of nowhere and they just explode. So this is a coin that I'm just going to continue to ride with because I would hate to get out of this coin and then this coin gets back to a $40 million market cap and do an 8x. So I'm gonna hold on to it and just continue to wait to phase four. Phase four is when a lot of these small cap coins will be stepping up and showing out. So hopefully Step at FitFi will be one of those coins that will be moonshotting. Lakeisha Moore said, "Thank you. I've been sharing you on my Facebook page." Oh, bless your heart, young lady. I appreciate the support. Appreciate you always sharing the stock holiday videos and trying to help a friend out there in the Facebook world, because a lot of people don't know about cryptocurrency. They won't know about cryptocurrency until people like you really get on there and show, you know what? I took $10,000 and turned it into 60. Last cycle, I took $9,000 and turned it into a lot of money, and I didn't know what I was doing. So hopefully this cycle, same performance can happen. Phase four, everything go down in phase four, but the hard work starts in phase one. Phase two, before that, doing the accumulation phase. That's where all the hard work happens at. And then when phase four comes, you just reaping the rewards from all the hard work that you've been putting in. The hard part is the hard work. That's why it's called hard work. It is hard taking your hard-earned money and investing it into these cryptocurrency coins where you are speculating, hoping that phase four will turn out like phase four turns out every cycle. So you got to do the hard part. You got to do the hard work. If you don't do the hard part, you won't see the reward. Like the boys say, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't grind, you don't shine. You have to do the hard part. Craig Beach say, "Yes, sir. I'm sitting Indian style, waiting like a MF for altcoin season." Hey, Craig Beach say he patient. He got his leg crossed, his arms crossed, waiting, sitting Indian style for altcoin season. I feel you, bro. Big time player, what is going on? He say, "Hey, coach, you still in Swiftcoin?" Yeah, I'm still in Swiftcoin. I've been in Swiftcoin for years, man. Just dollar cost averaging now. Still in Swiftcoin, over my plays. We've made a lot of money in Swiftcoin. Been buying Swiftcoin since the market cap was about $5 million. See who else we got rocking and rolling with us. Big time players say, "Got to give the president credit. He ended a war and got us back on track so we can all make substantial gains this cycle. Now we just need Powell to get out of the way." Man, eventually eventually we're gonna see the tax cuts, the interest rate cuts, and that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge, man. The past few days, what I've been seeing in the stock market, S&P 500 very close to breaking new all-time highs. Man, there's a lot of good motion, a lot of good movement, a lot of positive things that's happening in the market right now that will be a direct spike, cause a direct spike in cryptocurrency. Craig Beach say Bitcoin would always dominate 75% of the cycle, so altcoin season drags like like a summer. Mm-hmm. Swiftcoin is going to be a top performer this altcoin season, said Wise Mind. Flying Tiger say liquidity is key. Yeah, that's why the M2 money supply is very important. y'all giving y'all giving Jerome Powell a hard time like y'all was doing Gary Gensler. First y'all was mad at Gary Gensler, now y'all mad at Jerome Powell, huh? Man, let that man live. Let that man live. Cause Jerome Powell gonna be looking like a hero very soon. He gonna be looking like a hero soon, and y'all gonna be saying, "You know what, Mr. Powell, I apologize. I apologize for calling you all of these names." Bitcoin dominates 65%, Ethereum dominates 9%, Bitcoin sitting at 107. $1,321. Old man Ether sitting at $2,442. The Fear and Greed Index is at 49, sitting in the neutral. The altcoin season index is sitting at 20. The altcoin season index is sitting at 20. You don't want to start buying when it gets to 50. You don't want to start buying when it gets to 45. Are you waiting on altcoin season? Well, if you are, you need to buy low. You need to buy the altcoin season index when it's low. Don't wait till it gets to 75. When the altcoin season index gets to 75, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to say, y'all, remember when it was 20? Remember when XRP got under $2? Remember when Ethereum got to about $1,400, $1,500? Were you buying then? Were you coming outside to the forefront when there was a lot of fear out there? XRP $2.10 right now. Solana back to $141. We did see Solana at $125. Dogecoin holding strong at 16 cents. Cardano 55 cents. Wow. Let's look at Cardano. I think one of the young ladies did mention Cardano. Let's look at ADA. Let's look at ADA. Currently, right now, Cardano is the number 10th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world, sitting at $19 billion market cap. Take a look at Cardano. The price is 55, 56 cents right now. Let's take a look at the charts and see what Cardano has been doing lately. Over the past month, Cardano is down 26%. That's why I say, looking at Bitcoin Cash charts, the fact that Bitcoin Cash is going against the grain is really rocking with its upline. Its upline is Bitcoin. Don't sleep on Bitcoin Cash. Do not sleep on Bitcoin Cash. I'm glad I got my position filled out with Bitcoin Cash because who knows where that coin could go. But if you take a look at some of your favorite altcoins, if you take a look at Bitcoin Cash is outperforming a lot of the market right now. Nevertheless, Cardano's down 26% on the month. A month ago, it was at 75 cents. Now it's at 56 cents. We would call this a great discount. We know this is the number 10th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. I don't see Cardano going anywhere. There's a lot of positive news swirling around Cardano. Charles Hoskinson is a great leader when it comes to the Cardano world. He is right over there with the pro-cryptocurrency administration in the White House, rubbing his elbows. So he's going to make sure that Cardano gets its favoritism shown when it comes to rules and regulations. Cardano XRP will be in front of the line. Also, Cardano was one of the coins that the leader of the free world mentioned when he talked about 5 coins that will be stockpiled for the United States. Cardano was one of those coins, so don't get it twisted. Don't count Cardano out. Matter of fact, 55 cents for Cardano. This coin is looking very, very, very nice right now at such a low price. When was the last time we seen Cardano at 55 cents? What was the price of Cardano in April when we seen that dip? Let's take a look. How low did Cardano get? April, at the April 2025 dip, Cardano got to 58 cents. So this is even lower than the Liberation Day. Wow, that's huge. That is huge. This is the lowest we've seen Cardano since, okay, well, November 2024, we were at 57 cents. Okay. The next level for Cardano looked like 33 cents. November 5th, 2024, Cardano was at 33 cents. We know what happened after the election. After the election, everything went up. Cardano went from 33 cents all the way to $1.23. Cardano did a 4x in 1 month. Mmm, massive gains. That's why it's important to take profits. If you didn't take profits along the way, now you right back down to 55 cents. That 4x has been obliterated. Very tough, very tough. Nevertheless, hopefully 55 cent could be the floor. I would hate to see Cardano get to 33 cent, 35 cent, 40 cent. But I think with all the positive momentum that we have swirling around the market, look like we've already seen the past couple of weeks have already been a lot of red showing for altcoins. So hopefully we're ready to turn things around and start to spike back in the upward direction. So if that's the case, we should see Cardano start to rebound back to the 60 cent levels. Let's see, price targets for Cardano. I think this coin was like $3 last cycle, right? Last cycle, August, no, September 2021. This coin got to $3. Okay, so Cardano, when did it come out? This coin came out 2017. Okay. So we could easily see this coin get back to that $3 range. We did see it get to $1.20, $1.30, December 2024, about 6 months ago, which was halfway to its all-time high of $3. So if we see it get back to $3, you're talking about a 6x from where it's at right now. I would not be surprised to see a $6, $7 Cardano. Wouldn't be surprised to see Cardano do a 10x and get to $6 from where it's at right now. If Cardano was to do a 10x, you're talking about a $190 billion market cap. And that is on the table because we're expecting Solana to do big things, XRP, and a lot of the other altcoins to do great multipliers. So wouldn't surprise me at all to see Cardano sitting at $5 or $6. But you have to be courageous enough to buy these coins when they're low. You got to be courageous enough to step out, open up your door, walk outside when there's a lot of fear, when there's a lot of chaos. When there's a lot of chaos, folks want to stay in the house. Let me stay in the house when it's safe. Now, when it's nice outside, when it's calm, let me go out. Let me buy when the markets are green. Opportunities are presenting themselves right now, especially with plays like Cardano. Now that I'm looking at Cardano, I might go buy me some Cardano tonight. I might go add to my Cardano position. 55, 56 cent Cardano. It's hard to pass that up. That is a discount that is hard to pass up. Let's see who else we got rocking with us tonight. The side one said, "We will survive." That's our theme song. We've been rocking that song for a while. Pain is my gain. Well, they say no pain, no gain. And we have been having a lot of crypto pain. So hopefully, since we have been going through a lot of crypto pain, we should have a lot of crypto gain. No pain, no gain. We are waiting for the gain because we have already experienced a lot of the pain. See who else we got rocking with us tonight. Wise Mind say, man, Judge Torres giving me Gensler and Power vibes with this Ripple case. I don't know what Judge Torres was waiting on. I thought everything would have been clear, smooth, and open by now. I thought Judge Torres was on our side, but it's a matter of time. These guys know what's going on. They know when it's going to happen. Um, they're privy to it. They know the answers. We are the ones that is left in the dark and don't really know what to expect, when to expect it. Nevertheless, we know that these are some great buying opportunities. So the information that we do know, we have to take what we do know and try to use it to our benefits. Our runs New York say crypto czar David Sachs says July will be a big month. Oh, we can't wait. We have been the most patient than I've seen anybody. Shouts out to everybody who's been kicking back. Shouts out to everybody who has been patiently waiting and who's been dollar cost averaging in. Having to work a little bit of overtime, do some Uber Eats, drive some Uber, DoorDash, whatever it is to make some extra money, cut some grass, sell some popcorn, sell some candy. I need to make more money so I can have some dry powder, so I can DCA into plays like Cardano, so I can take a look at Bitcoin Cash and see when I want to get a position into Bitcoin Cash. It takes dry powder to make these moves. So the main thing, you want to have your portfolio filled out. Be careful of a lot of the high risk plays. I see people talking about the teddy bear plays and the teach me how to Dougie plays. You want to be careful with those plays. Yeah, you can make a lot of profits in those plays, but when those coins do run up, you got to take profits. Otherwise, they'll come back down and you'll be talking about shoulda, woulda, coulda. So make sure your portfolio is diverse. Get you some large cap coins, some Solanas, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. Make sure you got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the anchor. Any portfolio without Bitcoin is a suspect portfolio. Wow, I cannot believe Bitcoin Cash is the number 12th largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. This coin has come a long way. That's interesting. I'm glad the young lady brought that to our attention tonight. Very interesting. Very interesting. Give me a 5x with Bitcoin Cash. Get it to $2,500. I'll be cool. Dogecoin. We talked about Dogecoin getting to $1. Dogecoin get to $1. You're talking about a 6x. Excellent gains. This cycle, we're gonna have to be cool and content with the 5x, 4x, 6x on some of these plays. Last cycle was different. We already talked about the cycles being different. Looking at the top 100, there are a lot of new coins that I have not even heard of. Hyperliquid, UNUSSEDLEO is number 15. I don't know what that is. What other coins that I? Pi is new for this cycle. OKB, World Liberty Financial USD, Donald Trump coin number 44. Sky, what is Sky? Number 46. First did okay. I see a lot of USDs, a lot of stable coins. World coin is number 56. Flare number 58. SPX 6900 is number 61. Four, what is four? Form. Kaya, KAIA. A lot of new coins that are in the top 100. Fork coin, number 69. Virtuous Protocol, number 71. Sonic, number 74. Story IP. There's always a new shuffle of coins in the top 100. Nexo, DEXE is number 82. Maple Finance Syrup is number 86. Wow. Gito is number 87. AB, what is AB at number 92? Pudgy Ping was number 99. That top 100 look different. That top 100 looks different. A lot of those coins I have never heard of. A lot of those coins I've never heard of, man. The top 100 is different. Every cycle, there's a different shuffle when it comes to the top 100. This cycle is no different. So let's see who we got rocking and rolling with us before we get up out of here. Lakeisha Moore said, I think it's going to be another drop this weekend. Hopefully not. Hopefully altcoins can get a little bit of stability. Hopefully altcoins can get a little bit of the bounce that we're seeing from the S&P 500 from the stock market. The stock market is doing good, so hopefully crypto can catch some of that positive pump and catch on to some of the upward moving that the stock market is seeing. They talked about how both markets are so closely correlated. Yeah, over the past month, we've already beat down. Typically, when you see these coins get beat down for a month, typically you see a little bit of relief. So hopefully we get some relief and we see the market start to turn around just a little bit. Because these coins are looking deep red, down 40%, down 30% over the month. Over the week, coins are down 5%, 8%. And the day, they're down 4%, 7%. So typically when you see consistent movements of red, you start to see the market change and we start to see some green. So that's why you buy the red. You buy the red because you know soon and very soon you will be seeing all the bubbles going to be green. We're going to be talking about how bullish the market is and how all these coins are green and we should have been buying when they was red. You got the opportunity right now. Cardano, 55 cents. Man, I'm going to be buying some Cardano tonight. Got to get my lighting right, man. Ethereum, $2,444. Okay. All-time high for Bitcoin is $111,500. Tomorrow, if Bitcoin go up $4,000, boom, we right back at the all-time high. We right back at $111,000 if we pump $4,000 overnight. If we pump $5,000, $6,000, you're talking about new all-time highs once again. The market will be loving it. Positive movements. Fear and greed index at 44. We did see it at 50. At 49. We did see it at 50 earlier. Altcoin season index is at 21. So if we see that Bitcoin dominance start to get squeezed down a little bit, hopefully 65 is our top for the Bitcoin dominance. So hopefully we can see it start to dip just a little bit. And as the Bitcoin dominance dip, we know our altcoins will be getting a heavy dose of the pump as the Bitcoin dominance dips. So those are just some of the things that we're going to continue to watch, continue to pay attention to. So we holding strong, staying patient, staying courageous. When there's fear in the market like it is right now today, when there's red in the market like it is right now today, we are instructed to go in there and DCA. Cardano. I'm gonna be buying some Cardano tonight. Bitcoin Cash, my position in Bitcoin Cash is already cool, so I'm winning. I'm making dinero with Bitcoin Cash. I'm gonna take a look at some of these other plays and see where else I can put one, two, three, $4 or $5 on, so I can continue to lower my average cost and get prepared for altcoin season. Get prepared for phase four when altcoins and low cap coins typically start to explode. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on the Thursday night live show. Appreciate you for always supporting the Stock Holiday channel. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.